What is up, guys? This is Linthio coming at you with a cards discussion about the new Vassal monsters in Crossover Souls. Now, I don't know if the TCG are actually going to get these. I have this inkling they're OCG exclusive, but I would really love it if we did, because this is incredible tribute support. Mainly Monarch support, kind of mainly, definitely, but it's still cool nonetheless. So to go into it, we have 6 of them. Do you like that? All the different monarchs, and now they've all got babies. It's very cute. So we have Burline's the Firestorm. It's a Fire Pyro level 3. Basically, you can special summon it by discarding 1 card from your hand. When this card's used as a tribute summon, you can look at your opponent's hand and banish 1 card from the hand until the end phase. Then we have Eshar the Frost, which is the water, which is basically a level 4. You can special summon it if your opponent has 2 or more spells or traps in their trap zones. Gorum the Storm, it's a Winds level 3. To summon it, you can special summon it by returning 1 tribute summon monster to your hand, and if it is tribute summoned, the effect reads as follows. You can add 1 monster with 800 attack and 1000 defense from your deck except this card. Basically, you can search any of the other vessels apart from this one. Then we have Landrobe, who is a Earth level 4. A special summon, you can change one face-up monster your opponent controls the face-down defense position, and if he is tributed, you can add 1 monster with 800 attack and 1000 defense from your graveyard except itself. So again, you can search everything. Then we have Lucius, which is arguably the coolest looking one because he's so adorable. You special summon it by banishing 1 level 5 or higher from your graveyard. If it is used as a tribute summon, you can look at all set cards your opponent controls, and your opponent cannot respond to cards or effects to this effect. And then finally, the last one is Mithril, which is a light level 2. You special summon it by basically special summoning 1 Vassal token to your opponent's side of the field in defense position. You can tribute summon 1 monster during your main phase in addition to your normal summon or set. Basically, you get to tribute summon again that turn. These are all really cool cards, and I like the whole synergy that they have with all of the different monarchs. It's quite cool because they all work in tangent with some form of effect that the big monarchs have, and even the big monarchs. So it's actually really cool. But if we break it down and look at each one, we can see which is the best. Burline's the Fire, you can discard 1 card to special summon it. Now this is quite nice because obviously you can just straight away get out a card onto the field. But if we look at the Monarch deck, and all these examples are going to be based on the Monarch deck because that's what they're made for. Monarchs need cards in your hand. You need to keep up advantage because it is by essence a slower deck. If we pitch Monarchs with these against the rest of the meta right now, so that's Nucleops, Quillfort, Burning Abyss and so on, it's much slower. You need the card advantage to basically keep on top. Discarding a card isn't that great in this deck, but it just means that maybe you can discard some of the other Vassals and then start recycling them later from your graveyard with Landrobe. Being able to look at 1 card in your opponent's hand and banish it until the end phase is quite a cute effect, but it's not as good as it might sound. It's only good if your opponent has hand traps. But the knowledge that it gives you from looking at your opponent's hand is actually quite good. So it's kind of an and ah. The best part of that effect is the knowledge, looking at your opponent's hand. The banishing is alright. Maybe you can banish a Valkyros or something, but either way, it's nice. Eshar is the only one that doesn't have a graveyard effect. And it's basically you special summon it if your opponent has 2 or more cards in their spell or trap zone. Cool, that's alright, but it's very situational, and I don't think it's actually that good, to be honest, because while it is cool and it's level 4, Garum is quite cool as well because you can return 1 tribute summon monster to special summon him, and then obviously with his searching ability being able to search any of the other Vassals when he's used as a tribute summon. So it's just quite nice because you can do some loops and maybe get double Caius effects off or anything like that. It's actually quite cute and I do like that one a lot. It's not the best one in my opinion, but we'll get to that soon. Landrobe is quite nice because you can just remove any form of monster effect that your opponent has on their side of the field by putting it face down. It's actually quite important, that one, because if there are any really annoying effects out there or any cards that just, you know, are a little bit annoying, it's actually really good because it removes the actual target, and it just means that if a card is going to stop anything that you are trying to do, this just helps you combat it. I think this is one of the better ones, and being able to get a card from your graveyard as well, one of the Vassals, accept itself, is really good. Penultimate one, Lucius. Such a cute card. I think this is the best looking one. But being able to banish level 5 or higher from your graveyard special summon it is actually a really good effect, because although it might not be great early game, Mid and late game it's good because you're gonna have some form of level 5 or higher in your graveyard, whether it be the normal Monarchs, the Mega Monarchs, or even things like Vanity's Fiend or Majesty's Fiend. These are all cards that probably will be in your graveyard. Being able to look at all your opponent's set cards that they control is really cute as well. Again, it gives you knowledge, and with this and also with Burlines, it just means that you can gain so much knowledge that your opponent's trying to hide that might really influence how the game goes. Then Mithra is one of the best ones in my opinion. Special summoning a token to your opponent's side of the field to special summon this card is a great effect, because Mithra has the exact same of if you tribute summon it, then it means you can tribute summon again in that turn. So it makes your Soul Exchange, it makes your Monarch Stormforths all live. If you tribute summon this for Caius effect goes off, this goes off, means that you can then Stormforth to get one of those, that Vessel off your opponent's side of the field and summon another. And it's also a light that you special summon to your opponent's side of the field. It's really, really good. Every single one of them has the same effect of you can't special summon from your extra deck once you've activated these effects. So it means you can special summon beforehand from your extra deck, but it means you can't special summon after. For a Monarch player, that isn't actually a problem. If you're playing a tribute-based deck, doesn't matter, because your extra deck isn't as important. It's just an extra utility to have, and many Monarch players actually will just load up on some random crappy things to put in their extra deck because it's just not used. All these cards are really interesting, and it just means that Monarchs have so much flaming support now, and it means that people can really, if this comes out in the TCG, really move away from the Frog build, because the Frog build for the longest time has been the vastly superior build, and now that there are more cards coming out that have this support for the Monarchs, it's quite interesting. You might think, why is Monarchs getting all of this support? Well, it's basically because it's the best tributes-based deck that the game has ever seen, in my opinion. I can't really recall anything that is as interesting, flexible, and powerful as this deck. But the problem that you have with tribute summoning is that it's a slow mechanic. It's a 1-for-1 on your side of the field, and if your opponent stops that summon, that means you're getting rid of 2 cards. In essence, the tribute summon for either the 1 or the 2, and then the card that you're actually tribute summoning. Support like this for a tribute summon deck, or as I said, for Monarchs, is very important because it means that the deck can actually stand up on its own. Do I think this could be meta? Do I think this could be tier 1 if it did come out? I think there would be a lot of decks running around, a lot of Monarch decks more, and I think it would actually be good contention, because Monarchs are a good kind of anti-meta stun type of deck that can now do some really cute plays. So it's going to be very interesting to see if they do come out, and if they do, I cannot wait, because I will more than likely pick up this deck. So I want to know what you guys think of the Vassal monsters. Do you think they're any good, or do you think they're just a bit of support that's tacked onto an old mechanic to try and revitalize it, but it's not actually working? So as I said, let me know down in the comment section below. Like, comment, subscribe, and I should catch you guys later.